eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really get took, put my deuce up. I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity and suck. Don't make ways for a prodigy.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Okay, ready?
A man coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Here we go. 70,
on second down, it's Stroud. And incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Black Ultra. Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football, go make a play, and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Set. At the 60. At the 60. Ready.
First and 10, it's Pierce. They find some open field here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. First and 10. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Play action. Stroud now. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Second and a couple.
70 Lions. Ready.
Stroud now on second down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Chris Wormley able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The other day they told us when we got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
Well, how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit. That puts some points on the board in this one.
Back to Robinson now on first down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Falcons have 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Ready?
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Here's Ritter. And that will be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks, you tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Got his man, Dell. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Give left side for Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The second down throw now from Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Pierce now up the middle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 27-yard line.
2 yards to go, second down. Stroud working out of the gun. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
2 yards on the play.
Here we go.
First down, Texans.
Cut 19. 18, rattle. 18, rattle.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Stroud. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
That's so frustrating for an offense, especially on the road. You put together a great drive, but in the end, you come away with nothing.
And it kind of silenced the crowd a little, too. But few things wake them up quite like a missed field goal.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 3rd and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Ritter going to change up the look.
Ready?
Robinson will try to pick it up. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you all know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Down.
2nd down and 8.
Strike. Strike. Hey, go steal. Ready.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On 3rd down, Robinson. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Throwing now is Stroud. Right side complete. That's Woods. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now Stroud. This is caught. It's Woods. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the 1st half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Strike. Check strike. Ready?
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
No surprise, Robinson is looking like one of the best running back prospects we've seen in a long time. He became the face of the Atlanta football team the second he was drafted, and he should be ripping off big runs for them for years to come.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ritter to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
Dragon 60.
Here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
Come on.
And the Texans first down.
And Stroud now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now this one was tight end out on the right side. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Ready?
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 41-yard line.
Back to throw, Ritter. He's got his man downfield, it's Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And caught by London. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ritter here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So on fourth down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch in. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. Stroud off the play fake. And Woods has it complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here goes Stroud again. Taking a shot for Dell here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mechie, the man in motion.
19 Lions. Ready.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. That is caught by Dell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Let's go now.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Texans first down.
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Drop 50, drop 50.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. John Mechie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Texans 7. Tiny Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Geez, the second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time.
Laddie, now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Got to kick it right. I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time. I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Well, we needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's the dump off to Pierce, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Pierce. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick in the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's 1st and 10.
Check, pink. 22 needles. Smack, red. Set.
Ritter. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. What game?
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
That will third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Okay, ready?
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down. Here's Stroud. Oh, he had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
Okay, ready?
This is 1st and 10.
Ready?
Ritter wants to throw it. London hauls this one in. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We're watching drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Texans, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I...